Good morning, good afternoon, good evening at whatever place you are watching us from or whatever time this video gets to you. Welcome back to Rose Salwa. Here we are about
vulnerability, acceptance and hope. Vulnerability, acceptance and hope.
It is good to have you back here at Rose Salwa, and it is good that you always tune in here. So you, our returning subscriber and our constant viewer, thank you so much for being part of us. We truly appreciate.
Mtaani wanasema tunakulombo tovu.
Tunakulombo tovu. And that language is not even romantic.
It's
kulombo tovu.
Just sounds rude. And
tunakulombo tovu. Wanaita shembetang. Shembetang na kulombo tovu. So anyway, na kulombo tovu.
Na kulembete.
Of course, anytime you see the both of us, you know we are talking about marriage, ndoa with the Salwas. Anytime we are the two of us, we talk about ndoa with the Salwas. If you're new here, karibu sana, please take some time and subscribe to this YouTube channel. We air our content every Monday, Tuesday,
Thursday and Saturday.
Thursday at 5:15 p.m. and on Saturday at 7 a.m. And on Saturday, I am alone because it's mothering, it's motherhood and anything to do with being a mother, and a cool mother in that case.
Meaning sina umama.
By the way, that's not a joke.
I'm sorry.
What is wrong with being a mother?
See, you have kicked me out of the Saturday.
No, what's wrong with? Unajua what is umama?
I'm not motherly.
Hapana. I think when you say umama, it always brings out a negative connotation. Like umama, it's being a mother, sindio?
So
sina umama. No, but what do people really mean, or what do you really mean when you say sina umama?
I am not motherly.
Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. By the way, if you use those terms, just know it is very disrespectful.
Anyways,
it is wrong to say sina umama.
Anyways, I have apologized.
No, you have not. You have not apologized.
I've said I'm sorry.
No, you have not said. Please, you have not said.
So viewers, I am sorry.
Saying it's not viewers, I'm the one who is taking offense. That is in our mama. So that's a very offensive
remove
word.
Your offense.
No, I'm not removing. That word is very disrespectful.
Well, yeah, those are some of the wrong things not to say.
And you are dancing as though you have done a good thing. Can you sit still? So anyway, guys, we are here today to discuss about personality. You know, sometimes we try to find out what makes our relationship difficult, because our relationship is good, but at times it is very difficult. He finds it hard to relate with me, and I find it hard to relate with him. So we are trying as much as possible in our relationship to find out some of the things that make relationships difficult. Whether a relationship with your spouse, whether a relationship at workplace, or a relationship with your siblings or with your parents or relatives or cousins or anyone around you. Why are relationships difficult? And in this context, we'll talk about our relationship, because we've realized that we relate more with one another than I relate with colleagues or anyone around me. So because of that, we are going to discuss one major thing that we have discovered, or we discovered was a major conflict, a point of conflict, because we didn't know, or we didn't know. Now after knowing, I think now we understand one another better. Do you think so?
We are growing.
We understand one another better. Of course, we are not where we were 4 years ago.
Yes.
We understand one another better, and we are growing into that area, everybody working on their weaknesses, and as we celebrate each other's strengths. So what are we going to discuss?
So one of the areas that, if not understood, affects relationships is the area of understanding personalities. So we realize that we are different, with different temperaments, with different personalities, and understanding that really is really important, because then you are able to adjust and know, this is why she behaves the way she does, this is why she responds the way she does. And so without necessarily judging or condemning one another, you are able to appreciate the differences. So today we talk about
your personalities, our personalities.
Yes.
And we also would want to refer you to you can do the test online. It's not something of course you can learn by observation, but it is recommended that you do the test. There's a personality test that you can do to get to identify what your personality is. You can do, even when you do it, you also get to understand yourself. So we did a personality test and we discovered a few things in us, and of course there are 5 major personalities. Is it 5 or 4? We have the cholerics, the sanguines, the phlegmatics, and the melancholy. So we have 4 major personalities that we have. Now one individual might have all the 4, or but you always have the top 2. You always have the top 2. So your top 2s always keep at play. But of course, it is also important for you to note that personality changes based on where you are, the season of life you are in. For example, my personality at home changes at work. When I'm at work, when I'm given a task, the personality at play is different from the personality I show with my friends, because of course, I don't know why, but it somehow I don't know how to explain it. But I've discovered that with time, personality keeps on changing based on your life season and where you are at. So out of the 4, we will discuss the 4 of them, and then of course refer you, if you want to know your personality. You can either observe on, of course, some of the things you are going to talk here, you will realize that some of your friends or you or your spouse possesses them. Then you can do that test. So what is my top leading personality?
Choleric.
Who is a choleric? So every personality has strengths and weaknesses. So we are going to say 2 strengths and 2 weaknesses.
Strengths of choleric. They are task oriented. Kazi ifanywe na ifanyike my way or no other way.
Are you really here?
Yes. So cholerics are very by nature are leaders. They are focused on the task that needs to be accomplished. Cholerics are very methodical. There is a word, methodical. Yes, they are systematic. Si wewe ndio umesema methodical.
I said methodical. You said methodical. Tuta replay your video one hour umesema methodical.
That is methodical. That is choleric at play. Yes, choleric are very systematic, very focused on what needs to be done, and they stop at nothing until it is done.
Yeah, so one of that's it. But as weakness of cholerics, when they are doing, of course, I am a choleric. So the weakness of this choleric nature, because you want the work done. Of course, he has said we are task oriented. Because I always want the work done. I don't care about the relationship until the work is done. Then we can sort later. I don't know whether you have that kind of a person who doesn't care about your feelings. They want, let's finish and then we can talk about it later. Not now. Now it is time to work. Let's work. So that is a weakness of a choleric. So this may seem not to think about how you feel them. They are busy working. So that's one of the weaknesses. Another weakness is my way, what he had insinuated too, is my way or the highway. They are dictators. And I think, well, that has 2 sides, because in leadership you also need a sort of dictatorship. So sometimes they may not take the opinion of other people, as long as they have decided this is the direction we want, this is the direction we are going to take. They want to take that direction, and by the time they are coming to consult you, most time choleric already have had a meeting in their head, made decision, made a choice. So in as much as they will consult, if they have not acknowledged that this is a weakness in them, they will consult you but still not consider your opinion. So that is one. So you are my top two.
Sanguine.
Yes, and by the way, most cholerics are choleric sanguine. When you interact with them away from any work that needs to be done, they are lovely people, they are jumping, they look like they are never serious about anything. They are crowd pullers, they are never serious about anything until we get to work. Like one of the challenges I've discovered is that within my circle of friends, there are those that view me as a dictator. Well, it is difficult to work with Rosie. There are those that are like that. And then there are those that think, does Rosie ever get serious? So it is a sanguine. Which of course we are saying every personality has its weaknesses and it has strength. Now a weakness of a sanguine is that they say yes to everything and end up failing people. Because
let me tell you the greatest weakness. Because you are okay, one
opportunity ya
kukupasha sasa proper. One strength of sanguines is that they are very outgoing. Yeah,
and that is why you married me.
Yeah,
you needed some life in your life.
Let me talk. Shut up your sanguineness. So they are outgoing, they are outspoken and all that, which is a strength. But on the flip side of that, or rather that strength helps them to make lots of friends. But on the flip side of that,
friends or acquaintances,
well,
anyway,
they connect easily with people. But on the flip side is that they don't keep relationships. I think sanguines can be the most lonely people.
Yeah, true.
They are in the crowd, they pull crowds, but really they don't have
friends.
Real long-lasting relationships, like you know. So I think that is a weakness, because then sanguines can so easily put up a mask that all is well, but inside them stuff is happening, and they don't have somebody that they are so connected to that they can actually, or maybe let's say they don't have people that they can really say that this is my close friend and this is the person that I actually speak my life openly, vulnerably, and I pour out my nakedness to them. So that is a weakness, because then it predisposes them to dangers of issues like stress, issues like depression. Most people actually who suffer from depression are likely to be sanguines.
Especially during this COVID season, sanguines we are not used to staying. During the lockdown, we really suffered because you are not used to being alone. You love the crowd. For me, I thrive where there's crowd. If you want to kill me, lock me in an office and tell me I stay there 8 to 5. I'll be depressed, I'll be disorganized, I probably might not be able to perform. But in terms of, because there's the choleric nature in me, if there's task to be done in that time, I will be able to do it. Now we get to you. One of your personality, top personality is what? I don't want to misquote you.
No, I told you yours.
Oh, so him is a phlegmatic. That is the top. One of the strengths of phlegmatic people are peace lovers. They love peace, so they don't want to confront anyone, to disagree with anyone. They just want, they are peace lovers. They are people of peace. They want to be loved and liked by everyone. That's why his love language one is affirmation, a big one. Of course, phlegmatics and sanguines share that as a love language, affirmations. So they want to care for people because also they want to be cared for themselves. Now, somebody jokingly said that phlegmatics are likely to marry cholerics because of this major weakness. Cholerics make decisions on the move. Phlegmatics take 100 years to make a decision.
Hiyo ni masarau.
Is it not true?
Masarau.
No, it's a personality issue. Procrastination. It's a weakness of phlegmatics. And I will tell you this one, we have fought over it many times because someone needs to make a decision, but he's not making that decision. And that decision needs to be made. But because when you are in a relationship, you're here to complement one another. There are times when I have made that decision. I have to make the decision because it has to be made. So it has worked like that. However, see how personalities play. So phlegmatic Salwa needs to make a decision. He is not making. The choleric Rosie steps in and makes that decision because it needs to be done. It needs to be made. And things are moving. However, the flip side is the phlegmatic Salwa is slow to make the decision. The choleric Rosie is quick to make the decision. And sometimes the quickness of making decision make a rushed decision that may cost the two of you big time. So when the decision making is delayed by the phlegmatic Salwa, it's because he's thinking through the decision, and most times it is the best decision. So when you are in a relationship with your spouse and you see they are slow in making the decision, it doesn't mean that you must make it because things need to be done. At times, the delay of the decision is good for the good of the two of you. So that is it. And another thing good about phlegmatics, because they are peace-loving people, so in the place where we have a task together we need to do, I will ensure work is done. And on the process, many people will be hurt because relationships, manze, we are not talking about, pole, blah, blah, begging people. That is not what we are doing. For me, I'm focused, Rosie is focused on the work done. So he's looking on the relationship. Let's get everybody on board. So you realize that whereas the people that I am pushing to work may feel hurt because they want to be pampered, he will be there to pamper them as the work is already being done. So at times the different personalities, they are like poles that attract. This is how they get into play.
Complement.
Yes, you complement. The personalities complement each other. So where his weaknesses come, you realize that's my strength come. And where my weaknesses come, that's where his strength come. So it is important to understand each other in those lines so that we are able then to give each other space and to allow each other function in a marriage relationship in our context.
Number 2.
What is your personality number 2?
What is it?
Melancholic.
How long?
But I think that has changed over time. I think you have become a sanguine.
Yeah.
Or a choleric.
Really?
We need to do that test
again. Definitely. When we last did the test,
you are male.
I was melancholic.
By the way you are. You know, melancholics are perfectionists. That, of course, it's my number 3. In order of priority is choleric, sanguine, male, phlegmatic. So peace, no.
Watu wa vita. Watu wa violence. They choose violence.
So yes, I think you're melancholic. Let me use the simplest example. Why do you iron handkerchief?
What is wrong with that?
No, I'm not saying anything is wrong. I'm just wondering, why do you iron handkerchief?
Please comment in the comment section. Is a handkerchief supposed to be ironed or not? But anyway, let me respond. I iron handkerchief because when you fold it and you're putting it in the pocket, it gets in nicely.
Who will see it inside the pocket?
That is the point. It is not supposed to be seen.
So anyway,
because if you just push it, then kimfuko kimefura hivi, unakaa tu ovyo.
My perfect husband irons every cloth that he puts on.
Including?
I don't want to go to that direction. But I said every cloth.
My friend.
So they have to be, there are times when I've been told, toa hiyo nguo we iron. And I'm thinking, are you the one wearing it?
Yeah, well, mbona uvae nguo inakaa ni kama imetoka kwa mdomo ya ng'ombe?
So you see now when we get out there and our clothes are ironed, everybody thinks, oh, this couple is they don't know.
The ironing.
They don't know that he does the ironing. So yes, so when you know your personality, and of course personality, we say in biblical terms, there's no, your top number 3 personality is choleric. And this is why you can be very stubborn.
In what way?
Well, you know, you look like you are the good one, but you are not. Yeah.
So tell me, in what way am I?
You dictate.
How?
It's only that you don't. Well, when a
tell
decision,
me a situation that I have dictated.
I don't want to go into situations because I will embarrass you.
Embarrass.
When a decision needs to be made, for example, you already have your stand. The only difference is that you will not communicate that stand. You will keep quiet, and another decision will be made. And chances are, when you open your mouth to speak, you will distance yourself from that. So you take, because the phlegmatic nature does not allow you to confront issues, you will keep quiet, knowing that you don't like it, but when it backfires, then you will show, if not say, you will show, I was not part of the decision. But anyway, that is my personal observation. So that makes me a choleric? No, you are choleric. You see, I'm a choleric sanguine. So I'm a choleric, so I will dictate and communicate. You will dictate and not communicate. You are just body language, you just be telling. But you know that is very frustrating, by the way. So that's one of the challenges I have.
Frustrating to cholerics.
Yes, it's very frustrating.
But it is man of peace.
Ooh, there are sometimes when peace is not needed. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. We appreciate you being here. So please go together with your family or friend or with your spouse and do the personality test. Find out what personality you are, and then from there you are able to relate better with one another. You are able to understand each other better, and you are able to actually work on your weaknesses.
A rider, no personality is better than the other.
Yes, there's no personality.
Every personality is good. It has strength. It has weaknesses. What you do is, when you know your personality, you appreciate your strength and you build on your strength, and you also appreciate your weakness and strive to improve your weaknesses so that they become strength. And when you are a couple, learn the weaknesses of the other person and be able to complement, to be the strength. You step into their weak point and become their strength, and vice versa, so that no one really realizes, no one really is seeking glory, like to say, me I'm that one and you are nothing. No. If you are choleric and you're a task-oriented person, do it. But as you do it, you also leave room for the phlegmatic person to maintain the relationships. That way you complement each other and you can so easily thrive. And it also improves your communication. Once you understand this is your weak point, let me come in and cover you, it really helps.
Meanwhile, asanteni sana. For now, here at Rose Salwa is a
before we go, please remember to subscribe, like, share this video with your friends and family, as well as click on that notification bell so that when we have another content, you are able to get content from us. God bless you. From now, here at Rose Salwa, it is
bye.
See you later.